What's up, guys? Holding Hands with you here, bringing you episode 6 anime review of Sword Art Online season 3. This was a very confusing episode for me at first. It was like, cause this is a build-up episode and also a whole bunch of info dump episode. So it was like I had to watch it twice just to make sure I was getting certain things right, and I had to take like double the notes that I usually take. So forgive me if I keep looking down to my side, because that's where my table is at my desk. But basically, the episode, mainly the first half, was basically the doctor telling Asuna about the project. This project is basically taking all the Fitch lights, which is the human soul, the subconscious, I guess you can say. And he took all these different people's subconscious and made clones of them. And the guy that's working with the glasses, we seen his clone. And his clone, after a minute and 8 seconds, flipped out and couldn't handle the fact that he was a clone and crashed. So what they did was they took French lights from kids and gave them to AIs in that realm that Kirito's in, and those AIs raised those kids. Then they gave those kids, and it just kept on doing this process until they built their world up. And these AIs have their own intelligence, and these kids, which are from human lights of children, also are developing and have their own lights. And then their own laws are coming from them, their own mindsets growing. Of course, they don't know that they're fake, or that they're clones, I should say. So technically, everyone in this realm is a real person. It just, I would say that about 75% of them are like real people. You know, they're basically children's fridge that are cloned and put in here, and then raised in here. Where the other like 30% will be like AIs that are created for this game. But the point is, they're doing this for one good reason. And Asuna kind of figures it out, and she, like, I love this episode because she calls him out. Dr. Kuiba, I believe his name is pronounced. I'm probably butchering it, so forgive me. But she basically says something about, because he mentioned that they have this rule of taboo, that if they break, they get punished for it. And a lot of them don't try to break it. But one girl actually broke it to save somebody else. So, and he was very surprised and impressed. And this girl's name is Alice, which we all know, about that situation, because Alice in the first episode, Kirito's friend. And it's funny because the name of this project is also Alice, which stands for Artificial Label Intelligence Cybernetic Existence. So, that's basically what they're working on. And the reason why is, Asuna calls it out, is that they want to make AIs that can kill. So that way they can stop using humans for war and use these AIs. Which is, I wouldn't say a bad idea, but at the same time kind of inhuman and very costly. Which means we would have to pay double the tax and everything. Especially those who live around military bases, just to keep this advanced information up. So it's, I can't really say I agree with it, but at the same time, it's like, people won't have to die. I mean, this can go either or how you think about it, but that was basically the premise of the first half of the episode, of them, collecting French lights of people and cloning them, and then throwing them in that realm of Alice. This is called the Alice Project. That realm is called the title of the Sword Art Online through season 3, but I'm not gonna bother pronouncing it because I'm gonna butcher it. So, but yeah, this doctor, she's gonna work with him, and I guess Asuna, she's gonna have to stay there. I mean, they're not gonna call a helicopter back just for her, especially now that she's here with Kirito. She doesn't want to leave him, so. And also that nurse from season 2 that was taking care of Kirito's body, where he was, switching in and out of real life and Gun Gale, that nurse, she's also here taking care of him. We found out that she is a nurse. She wasn't faking her position, but she's a military nurse. and she went to the same military school as Kiba, so that's why she's helping. Then we get the second half of the episode, where I forget her name, but the chick that Asuna asked for help, and she brought Asuna here with her, doctor with the green short hair. She confesses to Asuna that she was an accomplice with the doctor who built Sword Art Online. He put a bomb in her chest, but she found out that bomb in her chest was fake. That was just so she could have an excuse not to be charged when they get caught, which exactly that's what happened. She didn't get charged for it. She didn't get no punishment for being an accomplice because that bomb was put in her. So basically, she was threatened to be one. And she said she's sorry because she had an opportunity to kill him, but because she's in love with him, she basically hesitated and never did it, which makes sense. It's sad, but makes sense. And she cries, and then Asuna's like, I never had any hatred for you or him. If anything, I'm happy because even though I can't forgive what he did and a lot of lives were lost, but the best moment of my life when I look back is when I met Kirito and I was with him in those 2 years in that war. So I can't really hate you. And it was a sweet story, bringing up both Sword Art Online and Gun Gale were being in this third season, so it was a nice recollection and memory gather. Even though the beginning half was confusing because all that memory dump, but that was basically, the second half, and then they all go to sleep because it's late, and that doctor, she has this dream where, Kiaba, I believe his name is, or Kyobo. Most of these people have the same, Kia in their name, so it's I get confused with them, but, the doctor who made Sword Art Online, who died, basically she sees him over her, while she's sleeping, saying a catchphrase that he usually says to her a lot, what am I going to do with you? And then he walks away, and she wakes up and she chases him, and then she gets to the hallway and finds out that he's not there, and she's like, is this a dream? And that's when, the episode stops, and we get that, the outro, so this was a really good episode. Again, it's something you might have to watch 2 to 3 times because the info dump and the technology that they speak of is real heavy, and there's just a lot of things going on in this episode that's wow. But this doesn't take away from the fact that this was a great episode. So if you have not watched episode 6 of Sword Art Online season 3, I advise you to go watch it. If you already watched it, go watch it again. This is one of those episodes you gotta watch more than once to pick up on it because there's a lot of information, and especially if you're not a computer savage or good at computers at all, a lot of these terms you probably won't have understanding of, so you probably have to look up. But I know I had to watch the episode twice and rewind some while watching it, so it felt longer for me. That's also one of the reasons why this review is probably gonna come out late, so forgive me for that. Besides the fact that I had to work today, so. But that's all I have for guys. That's all I have for you guys today so far. And like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, or YouTube won't give you the notifications. And I catch you in the next one. Peace.